DeFidelity Episode 4. Stop chasing tokens. Build financial infrastructure. The wealthy don't buy assets. They build systems. Most people believe wealth comes from finding the next big investment, the next Bitcoin, the next Ethereum, the next Solana, the next meme coin that's going to change their life. But what if I told you that's not how institutions create wealth? Banks don't become billion-dollar businesses because they bought the right asset. They become wealthy because they own the infrastructure that moves money. They lend, they borrow, they provide liquidity, they collect fees, they build systems. And that's exactly what decentralized finance is beginning to offer. Not another coin to chase, but an entirely different way to think about money. Stop thinking like a trader. One of the biggest mistakes people make in crypto is believing investing begins and ends with buying tokens. Buy, hold, hope. That's the retail mindset. But institutions rarely ask, what should we buy next? Instead, they ask, how can this capital produce income? That one question changes everything, because once your focus shifts from price to productivity, your entire investment philosophy begins to change. Infrastructure creates wealth. Think about the financial system for a moment. Banks don't manufacture money, they facilitate it. They create loans, they provide liquidity, they process transactions, they collect fees every day. Money moves through infrastructure, and infrastructure gets paid. That's why DeFi is so important. It allows everyday people to participate in many of these same financial activities through decentralized protocols. Instead of simply owning assets, you can participate in the financial system itself. Every dollar needs a job. Here's a concept institutions understand extremely well. Money should never sit idle. Every dollar should have a purpose. Imagine your capital working like employees inside a business. Some capital provides liquidity, some earns lending income, some secures networks through staking, some remains in reserve for opportunities or risk management. Each dollar has a responsibility. Retail investors often ask, how much is my portfolio worth? Institutions ask, how hard is my capital working? Those are two completely different conversations. Build systems, not bets. Too many investors build portfolios around predictions. I think this coin will go up. I think this narrative will explode. Predictions can be wrong. Systems can be improved. Successful investors don't rely on being right every time. They rely on repeatable processes. They create rules. They diversify strategies. They manage risk. They review performance. And they continuously refine their systems. That's how businesses operate. That's how institutions operate. And that's how many successful DeFi participants approach the market. People often say, be your own bank, but very few stop to think about what that actually means. Banks have policies, risk limits, operating procedures, diversification. If your goal is to become your own financial institution, then you need your own policies, your own investment rules, your own risk management. Because owning the tools without having the discipline is no different than owning expensive equipment without knowing how to use it. The future of finance isn't about finding the next token. It's about understanding the system behind the tokens. It's about building financial infrastructure, creating income, managing risk, and making your money work with purpose. Stop asking, what should I buy? Start asking, what system am I building? Because wealth isn't built by chasing opportunities. It's built by creating systems that continue working long after the excitement is gone. Before you go, if you found value in this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. This is BRX, DeFi without borders, finance without limits.